Here, we see a YouTuber, deprived and starved for content, approach a used bookstore, second-hand Charles. Will he find the books that will give him the content he needs to survive the oncoming harsh winter months? He is wary and cautious. He probably smells like a bucket of worm farts. But the demands of social media survival win out in the end.
One thing I'm noticing that's crazy is that the alphabet's all out of whack here. So you have Cormac McCarthy there, you have Cormac McCarthy here. I've seen a bunch of Metzer here and there. It's somebody's just putting stuff away wherever they want. It makes it a little hard to find books. Some William Gibson here. I've never heard of some of these Zero History Spook Country. Very small King section here. Huge Kuntz section. Kuntz. Dean Koontz, very popular at Second and Charles. I have the best tarot deck at home, so really don't need any new ones. But I always like to check it out. Ever see if there's a Big Lebowski tarot. I would love it. So this is a new place I haven't taken you to. Half Price Books was a little fun. I just went there. You'll see that. But let's check this one out. Look, before you say anything, I had the window down and it's windy. So let's go into Half Price Books. So it's quite obvious they knew I was coming today, because look at all the King. Get the hell out of here. I've never seen this cover of The Shining before. I have no idea which one that is. And Pet Sematary there. Different seasons I almost never see. And then a copy of The Stand. I was walking by and this was sticking out as if to catch my eye, but sorry, I'm getting the SST edition. All right, check it out. They got Recursion, they got Book of the Month Recursion, and then they got Wayward and Pines, and of course The Last Town. Should I check to see if they're signed? So if you've seen my McCabe unboxing, then you know I don't even need to check here anymore. I pretty much got the ones I want, but yeah, there's no Patrick McCabe represented. It's a shame. It's a shame. And tons of The Road. And No Country for Old Men. I think that'll be the next McCarthy I buy. Still looking for a hardcover of This Book is Full of Spiders by David Wong. They don't have any David Wong. No Anya Allborn. Hey friends, so welcome back. from your little detour in the south side of Chicagoland area-ish. I had a lot of fun going to these 3 places. I hope you did too, because you were my hostage. But before I get into what I brought into my house, let's check in with the Magic Duff Bucket and see what he has for us to sample. Magic Duff Bucket, what have you got for me? Whoa, that was a first, huh? Oh, you have a Sugarfoot Stout. Yes, you do. Yeah, you do. I was trying to make these last, but I don't know. My wife's sister was over and she chided me about drinking. So I said, you know what? I'm going full bore. I'm going 750 milliliters of glory. Because that's how I am. I'm not a combative, combative person, contrarian or whatever, up until I'm confronted. And then I get this Sugarfoot Stout out. Boom! So there were varying degrees of success with this trip. I'm learning a lot about what's valuable and what's just a ruse. And I'm growing as a person, as a human being. And I hope you are too. Mr. Rogers is looking down and smiling. We know what that is. We know. So, the first stop was 2nd and Charles. I thought that place was kind of crazy. I was hoping it was more of a McKay's, but it wasn't. It was very sterilized, clean version of McKay's. McKay's is a little grubby, and you dig it. You like that kind of griminess. It feels like there's a lot of things that are possible that maybe shouldn't be possible, but they're possible. This place was very sanitized and, I don't know, prepackaged. What I don't like about this place, they were supposed to list their books alpha by author. I went over this in the video. And there were books way out of place. So you can't trust it. You can't trust the system. It's almost entirely alpha by author, but then there's just enough to throw it off. Another dishonest thing they did that I did not like was they put books on a table and they'd have a big sign on the table that says, books from $10, right? But the from would be like really tiny. It would be like books, $10. So you walk up to the table and you think, oh, everything on the table's $10. No, there's some things on the table that are like $25, and it's just the minimum on there is $10. Good luck finding that $10 book. And so I don't like those shenanigans. Don't do that. But I did come away with 2 books. I got this Glow in the Dark Night Shift. They also had a Glow in the Dark Salem's Lot, but it was dinged up, beat to hell, and there was only 1 copy. So, and they weren't cheap. It was like $25 for this. I bought this just for the novelty of it, and I know there were a lot of people looking for these. And it's cool. It's a cool little reading copy, and I hadn't seen them out at Half Price Books or anywhere else. So yes, it got to me. The gimmick got to me, man. Sometimes the gimmicks win. And so I picked this up for $25. So obviously not a McKay's experience, because that's full price in my opinion for that. And I picked up A Beautiful You by a copy of A Beautiful You by Chuck Palahniuk. I've been getting all of my Palahniuks from Half Price and thrift shops. And so when I saw this there, I said, I got to get it. And then I did. And then I followed through with my thoughts. One thing led to another. And I have the book. So then I went to this other thrift shop, Bridge Thrift Shop. I showed you the exterior. And that was cool. I go there once in a while. And, I kind of look at the books. They have a funky way of showing their books. It's very boutique-y. They got the crates and the books are all crammed in there, and they had some nice selections, and it's not extensive and it's a little haphazard. They don't have alpha by author, which I like, but the selection's so small that it's really easy to find anything that's worth getting. And what I got from them was Hannibal Rising by Thomas Harris. I've never read Hannibal Rising. I've never read Hannibal. And since I read Red Dragon and Silence of the Lambs recently, I want to jump into Hannibal, and then I want to check this out. And I understand that Thomas Harris wrote this under duress. He didn't really want to write this, but the company or the studio that owned Silence of the Lambs and all that said, you're going to create a prequel story for Hannibal Lecter, or we will. Or something along those lines. He's like, all right, well, I don't want you doing it, and I'd like to make money on it. And that's my hearsay understanding of it, so please don't sick the lawyers on me. But definitely worth $1. This cost $1. And at Bridge, I also got, I don't know why, it's an ARC. You know, if you see an ARC, you kind of fall for it, right? You can't buy them. It lures you in. And I thought this sounded cool. Containment. It's a 2017 bioterror thriller. It's not normally my thing, but you know what? How do you know it's not your thing if you don't do the thing? So I got it, and then I looked it up on Amazon and Goodreads, and it sounds like it's a real clunker, real craptacular clunker of a book. So I don't know if I'll ever get to it. My TBR pile is intimidating. Even I'm afraid of it. So putting this on there is silly. I don't think I'm going to. But it was fun, and it was like 65 cents. Anybody want it? Just hit me up, and I'll sell it to you for $250. You could probably get a copy of this for $4 on eBay. So then I went to Half Price Books, my old standby in Orland Park, and the power was on, thankfully. So I went inside to see what was what. And I walked away with some Blake Crouch. Yes, you saw me get The Last Town, the signed edition. I'm using air quotes. You'll see why. And I saw Pines and Wayward. Now, I read Pines, but I don't have a copy of it. I borrowed it from a friend, a coworker friend, when I used to have coworkers. And I've never read Wayward. I've been dying to. So I will be reading this. These are definite active TBR pile volumes. I don't know if I'm going to reread Pines first and then jump into Wayward, or I'll just jump into Wayward. Don't know. I'm kind of nervous about. You know what I think I'll do? I'll read Wayward. I'll get into it, and if I feel like I don't remember that so clearly, then I'll just pause on it and go back to that one. But I'm dying to get this. And I saw another copy of The Last Town. But this one, just like the other one I got, has a signature inside. And it is it's identical to the other signature in this one. So if you recall, I went and I got this, and I thought I got the find of the day, of the week, of the month, with a signed first edition Last Town. But I don't think it's authentically signed. It's either a facsimile or it's an auto pen. An auto pen is a computer attached to a pen that memorizes a signature. And so they just take the book and they shove it under there, and it signs the author's signature as faithfully as possible. But it's exact, and it's just a machine doing it. I think this is a facsimile. It's probably printed on, but I don't know. I looked at it, and producer Jill looked at it, and she's got a better eye for these things, and she said it's the same exact signature. So I trust her. I kind of have to, because I got a big life insurance policy, and then if I don't trust her, then things would be grim. But the signature is identical. So comment down below if you know of an edition, or the first edition going out with a facsimile signature or an auto pen signature. I looked online. I found nothing about it. That doesn't mean, my internet research is wanting and leaves a lot to be desired. But regardless, I now have the full Wayward Pines trilogy, and I am just so thrilled. If only a really great publisher, small press publisher, would do a limited edition of either the set or an omnibus. Either one, but it has to be a good press. That's a dig. Yeah, it's a dig. It's a petty little jab. So that's this book haul. We got what? 7 books. That's cool. You know, that's a day's work. That's a fun it's a fun day's work. I'm happy. I'm pleased with myself. I'm tickled. And that's the video. I don't really have a whole lot else to go into. I'll be posting this, of course, every week. Mondays I go live. I'm trying to schedule more interviews with authors, artists, and the people who make the publishing world go round. And just having fun, you know? It's the goal. Fun. Why so serious and all that? Anyway, that's all I got. Till next time, stay frosty. As I was uploading this video, I realized I neglected to say a couple of things I wanted to say about my trip to Half Price Books. I actually got somebody there to open up the case and show me the Stephen King books. And that Stephen King Shining, I guess, is a 1990s reprint. Not, I don't know, worth all that much. I didn't see any incredible value added to it. And the stand was price clipped. So the dust jacket, you know, it was, I don't know what printing it was. It wasn't a first edition, first printing. What else did I look at? Oh, I looked at that Different Seasons. You know, I don't think that was a first printing either. And the dust jacket was just shot to hell. So I passed on all of it. I thought I could hold out for something maybe better. That fire starter in the back was a real nice addition, though. I just couldn't find out. I didn't know enough about the copyright page to know what printing it was, but it was in great shape. And I don't have a great shape fire starter on my shelves. So that was the only one I was tempted by, but I passed on all of them. Obs, you saw the haul, and no Stephen Kings were acquired. But I wanted to mention that. I mean, feel free to go to Orland Park and go to the Half Price Books and scoop up some of those editions. And you're welcome. So this is just the latest haul. I hope you had an enjoyable time with these books. Comment down below if you got something to say about it.